Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here. Welcome back to Swordflight. I'm going to apologize right now if there's any loud noises or semi-loud noises in the background. I am recording this on New Year's Eve in the evening when fireworks are probably going to be going off, but I don't have a very good mic, so it shouldn't be able to pick any of it up, or at least not much of it. I can carry... Holy cow, 33 strength. I thought the strength limit was 31 with my buffs. Apparently it's higher than that. That's good to know. I didn't get this. Okay. So door open, let's see what's in here. Oh boy. Sharpshooters. Are they up on a ridge? They are. Whoa! Alright. Kuatoans we can handle. Ah! Man, I hate these things. I miss my bard song. Okay. I feel like Premonition should give you the effects of True Scene. I think that'd be pretty cool. Alright, let's see if I can get down here without alerting... Nope. Okay, so that sharpshooter. I might have to re-enable her casting.
You are welcome here.
I don't know. Come on, War Horror. Don't want to have to deal with 1,000 of you guys. I had to get the true sight on to suddenly lose the ability to hit them. Again, I still feel like concealed bonus should be nullified with a true sight spell, but whatever. Okay, that gets a crowd in here. Oh, that's a monitor. Alright, well, time to reload then. There's no way I'm fighting an army and a monitor.
You are welcome here.
Okay, cast a spell, improved visit. Actually, wait.
You are welcome.
Cast a spell, greater magic weapon on me.
You are welcome.
Cast a spell, improved visibility on me. Lots of people, I think, are excited to finally be done with this year. It was a rough one for everyone, I think. But people act like that's some kind of accident. Like they did not literally make that happen. Well, I guess that I acted kind of prematurely here. I don't know, I kind of talked about it a little bit in the Christmas episode. I don't think things are particularly going to get much better anytime soon.
You are welcome.
We might be able to turn some of this stuff around, at least here in America, but I doubt that. We definitely can, let me put it that way. I 100% believe and know that we entirely can. We won't. Because it would require some actual changes of people's minds. Changes these people are simply not going to make. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and close this door. And we're just gonna slowly wear you down again. Hate you guys. It would require a mass change of everyone's minds, basically, about some pretty hefty topics. And more than just one or two of those topics. Like everything. It requires a complete upset of most people's worldview. And I don't know about the rest of you, but most people I talk to really are not too keen on changing their worldview for anything. Lots of people like to just assume theirs is right, despite all the actual evidence to the contrary. Evidence you see around you. It's kind of sad. Well, I can't fault people for celebrating, though. I like fireworks anyway. I don't know, I remember a lot of people were finally, where they were ready to be done with 2022. They said, everyone was saying that was a rough year. Same thing with 2020. 21 wasn't that bad in comparison to a lot of the others, but 22, everyone was like, man, that was the worst. Glad that's over. And then this one came around. Alright. Let me just hit them with everything I got. Man, how am I missing so many times? Also, they hurt. Oh, really? The third one? Of course. 30. I have an attack of 30 with this thing. That is extremely unimpressive. Alright, so about 25 average. I'm gonna stick with that one. Hate the guys on the ridges that I can't reach. Very frustrating. Why am I even bothering? It's gonna hit them both anyway. Alright, almost got that guy. Hold up. Yeah, I don't really carry around any other attack spells. I'm gonna hit him with a Finger of Death, that might do the trick. He certainly didn't like it. Do it again. That works. Alright. Well, that was kind of annoying more than anything else. Just glad it's over with. That's weird. Those things were all unidentified, or were all identified earlier in the game when we used to encounter them more often. Now they're all still tagged as magical. Or unidentified, I guess I should say. It's kind of like all the rusted equipment in Shadows of Undrentide and Hordes of the Underdark that was added in. And all of it is magical as far as the game is concerned, because it has an enhancement bonus. It's just a negative one. Oh. Hi, guys. Oh, everyone back through. Oh, there's Kuato above us out here, too. Not the best news. Alright, everyone back through. Schnella, get over here. Here, we can deal with the trolls separately. Can't deal with them and Kuatoans. What the? I told her to use it. She's almost out. Ouch. Alright. Well, I doubt that one was the only one. Oh, yeah, 100% not. Go back through, go back through, go back through. Why aren't you going back through? There you are. Shouldn't she be getting sneak attack? Don't like them. One down. I'm hoping there's no more of those sharpshooters up top. Frankly, if there's a way to get around them all this time, I'm going to be rather annoyed. I could have snuck my way through, I guess. I'm just lazy. It's really hard to target this guy. You probably should not do that. There is another sharpshooter. Okay, come over here. Come on, over this way. Man, there's a lot of trolls. Alright, doesn't matter. We carve our way through them. Ah, dang it. Okay, kill this one. Come on. Schnella, follow me. We need to run for cover because you are out of darts at the moment. And I'd rather not take that guy alone. Well, hold on. You have exotic weapon. So she could use these. Acid. Those extroverts is good. Only usable by evil, so that's not going to happen. Those ones she could. Only 11 of them. Okay, these ones kind of gnarly. Stick with these. Alright. There you are. Get him now. No, don't use the kukri. Use that. She won't hit super often, but hopefully it'll be often enough. Man, I hate these guys. I'll give Azoophun credit. He knows how to set up a good defense. The problem he faces is, these guys are not the smartest. Okay, there goes the last of them. She should be alright, though. I'm really hoping there were 3 on the last ridge that we cleared. So hopefully there were only 3 on this one. Man, those guys take a lot of healing. Oh, there they are. I should probably have her cast Premonition. It lasts an hour a level, and she doesn't get hit all that often, so it'd probably last her for quite a while. I'll take that extra dodge point. Alright. Another cave troll. Not seeing any more sharpshooters, so I'm thinking we got them all. And I think we're coming up on the other side of that lake that we had to cross. And so they ran you through a gauntlet, a couple groups of Kuatoa, a bunch of green slimes, then a bunch of trolls while you're being fired upon by the other Kuatoa. I'm just glad the trolls were confined to one section. The Kuatoa were not. It would make it hard to retreat and heal up if you were trying to just brute force your way through. Because they will... Those sharpshooters output a lot of damage, and they'll just follow you wherever you go. Okay, this looks like another puzzle. I'm assuming those racks hold the keys to it. I'm gonna go clear this room first. Alright, this is below that book pile that we saw before. Too bad I can't just move the ladder over. That'd be kind of cool. Have a shortcut. This room appears to be a study or library of some sort. Various books and papers have been laid out on the table. Some may be recent writings chronicling current activities of the Kuatoa. Looking through them, notice paper with strange statements. Battle axe wielder uses a large shield, where a split mail has no shield. First guardian turret. Okay, so those are clues for the statues then. This is going to be another one of the actually my favorite types of puzzles in this game. They require you to actually think, but they have enough clues. It's fun to reason your way through things like this. At least it is for me. Alright, I'm going to clear as much space as I can. What? No. Oh, okay, hold still. So yeah, right here. This is the next one. Well, let's see if this is enough. There we go. Alright. First guardian, second, third, fourth. So battle axe wielder uses a large shield. Alright, where splint mail is no. Okay, first guardian uses tower shield. Bam. Second guardian wears breastplate. There we go. Rapier wielder uses the small shield, and the wearer of the chain shirt are all different guardians. Okay. Number of the greatsword wielder is lower than that of the battle axe wielder. Wearer of splint mail uses no shield. Battle axe uses a large shield. What? Okay. Well, what I found is what you want to do is just sort of start handing things out to various things and see what makes sense. So, what I'm going to do, if it doesn't seem to make sense right off the bat, I know that you use a large shield. Second guardian where splint mail uses no shield. Okay, so splint has to be right, because that's a shield. That's breastplate. Remember, the greatsword is lower than the battle axe. Okay, so we know battle axe and large shield go here. Rapier wielder user of the small shield and wearer of the chain shirt are all different guardians. Okay, so small shield goes here then. Battle axe uses a large shield, right? Or splint mail, no shield. So greatsword. First guardian uses tower shield, second breastplate. Rapier wielder, small shield, and chain shirt are all different guardians. This is the only one whose armor we don't know, right? No, we don't know two of their armors. So we only know that the rapier... Okay, so rapier has to be this one then. Right. And the chain shirt is different, so it has to be that. Which means you need to be that one. Which leaves only the mace for the small shield. I think, right? There you go. Yeah, what I discovered while trying to do one of those and having trouble figuring it out was if you don't have enough clues, just put things everywhere and then see if there are any if there are any problems with the clues that you have. So all the stuff you just randomly assigned, if it doesn't match up with the information you have, then just change that one to make it make sense. And as you fix each individual thread, you'll find it all works itself out in the end. I like those ones. They're fun. Oh, great. Sharks? Oh yeah, sharks. Schnella, come down here. Okay, looks like we have a lot of servitors and sharks. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can draw out just a couple at a time. I'm not fighting the swarm of these things. What the? Oh, it is dead. Poisonous shark. Magically enhanced to be a monster. Okay, well, fortunately, I don't fear poison. Immune to knockdown? He is. Okay, so don't bother with that one. He's got a good armor class. And a lot of health. Hits frequently and hits hard. Alright, yeah, they're frustrating, alright. I'll draw out another servitor. Alright, fortunately, we seem to be able to just gut these servitors really, really fast. But we go right through them. Okay, we have another shark. So I take it he's going to be worse than the aboleth. Or than the servitors. None of them are going to be worse than the aboleth. I ran away a little prematurely. Also, unlike most of the things down here, I think these sharks are actually hasted too. Yep. They are. Success not possible. 46. I'd have to roll extreme. I rolled a 20. And also immune to knockdown. Oh yeah. So I'd have to change into different gear to have a hope of dominating one of them in my current state. Okay, and get him to attack her. I think that's a little better for me. Nah, he's going to attack me if I'm in range. Or not. Or yes, she's still getting sneak attacks. He can't decide. Works out for me. Alright, so I don't know if the mutated ones do any extra stuff. Wow, that's a lot of bad guys. There's no way I'm expected to charge into that, right? They just output so much damage. When trying to determine who they want to attack, the sharks seem to get confused. Okay, this is a mutant. So someone is turning sharks into unnatural abominations. There's still 2 poisonous sharks up there at least. Nope. Well, that works. I was gonna have to draw out that one anyway. Alright. Come on, buds. See, the frustrating thing about fighting Aboleth in like D&D, a lot of the enemies that we fight, by the time I've gotten this far into their compounds and killed this many of their servants, it's a big deal. Right, I clear a full level of Beholder Caves, or wipe out several levels of an Illithid compound. Maybe not that one so much, but like the Orcs and the Bandits that we've dealt with before, you kill just a couple groups, and you have, like, really, really screwed with the operations of those groups. In Aboleth, due to its psionic powers and its whole mate creation of servitors thing, and the fact that it's worshipped by so many different races, basically means that unless you kill the Aboleth itself, it does not matter how many of its servants you kill. They're powerful magic users, they have genetic memory stuff going on, and they're extremely intelligent and tricky, and revered by a lot of Underdark creatures. Which means it can raise a new army in like 3 seconds. It's sort of the same thing as an Elder Brain. If you kill all of its Illithid but leave the Elder Brain alive, it doesn't really matter, because that thing is just going to revive its whole empire immediately. They can create new Illithid relatively easily. And they can, of course, enthrall people, and if it really needs to, just separate small parts of its brain and make golems out of them. In very short order, it will remake everything, and very few creatures would or could challenge it, even just a lone Elder Brain. With Beholders, frankly, the Beholder Hive concept doesn't make much sense. Beholders have some followers occasionally, but it's pretty much never other Beholders. Beholders hate each other. Like super paranoid, wicked, monstrous, evil, destructive creatures who dream each other into existence. Which makes about as much sense as it sounds like. Alright, well I think we've killed all the sharks that I saw. Nope, got another poisonous one. Chill here for a second. I haven't been seeing any more Kuatoa. Maybe we've killed most of his army. And now he's down to his more loyal servants. The Kuatoa definitely are not as devoted as some others could be. When they wanted that orb from Zerskatun's lair, they offered me money to go get it. I decided I was going to go get it, and then threatened the money out of them. And because they were afraid of me just killing them, they actually gave me the money and left. They could have killed me, too. Like, they outnumbered me pretty severely. And I was several levels and some equipment weaker then, too. Alright, tell me if these things are trapped. course, that one's trapped. Oop, secret door. Alright. That's nice. As is that. What just opened? Oh, that would be what just opened. I don't know if it's me or it's her noticing all these things, but I'm a fan of the secret doors. This must be housing for a very fancy group of Kuatoa. And on top of being nice gear, they get a dining table, some fancy chairs, and a bar. Yeah, this is not the standard. I do like how they, most of the more powerful monsters have secret doors that lead to their housing areas. I think that makes sense. Ooh. I think I figured out whose rooms those are. No way. Are you coming for me? Oh no, Schnella, don't. You're gonna ruin it. Did he just put up acid sheath? No. Hold on. Aha! Of course he wouldn't be that defenseless. Well, let's see if his servants will come out so that I can kill them all, one by one. Stupid water methods. Schnella, you do not want to do that. Those methods will shred you. Of course, he's got his acid sheath up now. I feel like freedom should offer me some sort of protection from that. Also, I was hoping they were all out of their blasts, but if they're gonna still try to ice me... I'm going to assume they all are now, and just on the off chance that mage gets out here and starts hitting me with Acid Sheath, or I start hitting him with Acid Sheath, I should say, I'm protected. I think I'm going to try to rest in their sleeping quarters once I'm through with these things. When does his Acid Sheath run out? Well, as long as it's active, I'm not going to try to attack him. Unless literally all of the others are dead. Or he walks out here. This is with acid protection. Okay, acid protection is gone now. Now it just stings a little. Oh man, that one stings. That's why you don't try to disable a tap mid-combat. A trap mid-combat. Summoning stick, a wand of fire. Various books and papers have been laid out on the desk, many of them apparently concerned with magical experiments. Master was able to use the air genocide and her sword to open portals, drawing power from the elemental planes. That is not good. This would have been more efficient with the sword not broken, and the necessity of keeping the genocide alive is annoying, but with further research we may be able to overcome these problems. As it is, the Master's power has been greatly increased, just as was prophesied. In his current state, nothing, save perhaps the power of a god, can harm him. The Master's invulnerability depends upon multiple elemental crystals. A simpler and more portable system is desired. Our research continues in hope of achieving this as well. For now, the Earth Crystal, identified by green, provides immunity to petrification, acid, and bludgeoning, and any especially powerful blows, so criticals, or maybe sneak attacks too. Air Crystal provides regeneration, immunity to electric, sonic, and positive. Fire Crystal, red energy, provides immunity to fire and slashing, so that's our target, as well as to level our ability drain. Water provides immunity to cold and piercing, and paralysis, attacks from a knock one down or other assaults. Ooh. Might try to go for blue as well. Final Crystal, drawn from multiple planes, identified by purple energies, provides immunity to negative and miscellaneous magical energies and death magic. Alright. Read through some of the magical tomes and notes. Not being an arcane caster, you don't really get much out of them. Alright, so it's going to be a lot like the Savant, the Darrow Savant that we killed. Or Morag from the main game. So fire and slashing is red. That's definitely the first one we're going for, right? But knockdown, I was able to get. Yeah, no, I'm not going to tolerate that. Frankly, we've cleared the Kuo-toa from this particular area. I've killed so many of them. There's no way they could muster that many troops in such a short time. Is that a monitor? They threw a monitor and a whip at you when you get awakened. That is ridiculous. You are absolutely not meant to survive that. I'll try it one more time. Okay. No, they're not going to let me rest in here. Not without a lot of trouble, at least. This is why I have them. Really? Usually my actions appear up in the... Oh, there they are.
You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome.
No point in her not getting protections as well. And honestly, the other ones. Why don't you have these on all the time?
You are welcome.
Another 50 hit points. Actually, did I already put that on her? I think I did.
You are welcome.
Elemental Shield. I don't know which one Elemental Shield is. But I don't think it lasts an hour level. No, that's good. Tell you what. Just for fun. Alright. So we have some intel on just how big of a nightmare killing the Aboleth is going to be. That's another Kuatoa Mage and Experimenter down. No telling what he's got waiting for us in here. I haven't encountered any war horrors on this level yet. I'd rather not start now. Okay. Get more enemies up ahead. Poisonous sharks. Let's kill one of them now. If I can get the opportunity, 2 of them. Ew. Okay, well I'm at 41 on my attack right now, which is solid. So my minimum... They must absorb some physical damage, don't they? Sharks, yeah, they're absorbing 5 off of each attack. Just like all the other sharks we fought. I was thinking, I saw it dealt 18, yeah, and 17 to 1. I was thinking, my minimum should be higher than that. Alright, well I'm just hoping there's no monitors up there. Monitors aren't that much worse than most other things down here, except for their stupid AI that will not relent when it comes to attacking one particular person. Okay, well that's 2 sharks down, which is great, because I know they don't have too many of those things. I don't want to deal with an army of them. Okay, they have a couple of mutated sharks. Love those crits. She crits often, too. Basic attack, 26. Not great. But most of that is, pretty heftily counteracted. Okay, what element is on that guy's weapon? Whatever. Okay, another mutated shark. Okay, that isn't ideal. That sharpshooter is going to come around the corner and actually start shooting. There we go. Ow! Turned around and started attacking me. A couple seconds too late. Okay, there's a Kuatoa monitor. So there is one in there. I will try... Ooh, man. I'm gonna try to draw out everything I can before fighting with that thing. Because I'm gonna have to draw it out very carefully, and I'm gonna need invisibility before I do. Which means if I draw something else out first, it's gonna be a nightmare. Because then I'll have wasted an invisibility on it. Okay, let me just... So, in his one portion of a round before he actually died, that thing managed to draw his missile weapon, fire 2 shots that both hit, and one of them was a called shot, which also hit and succeeded, while he was dead. We got 3 this time. Alright. Let's go see where the monitor is. Alright, he's the only one up there. I have more by the door. On me. But I should be able to draw out and kill this one without alerting them. Come on, Schnella. Okay, so 34 is the max. Ooh, there you go. Let him reapply his attack. .58 armor class. That's probably better than anything I've even fought. Wow, that was a 20. Well, like I said last episode, there is only one even partial advantage to fighting these monitors with their really frustrating AI. And that is that no matter how badly they're losing or what I do beside them, they won't stop their main focus if I get them to attack her first. Alright, let's go kill whatever's left. Assuming there's nothing real big. Well, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a handful. Okay, start fighting. Kill the war horror first. You called shot that thing. Let's go kill whatever's left. Kuatoa warrior. Other war horrors over there. 2 more war horrors. It's alright, we can handle those. Alright. So we've got another puzzle. Really? Oh, it must have been the third line. Right there. Okay. Well. Door is magically sealed. Presumably it can be opened by the nearby lever. Inscribed on it is the following message. Recall the 4 factions who competed for power millennia ago. Place each on a pedestal appropriate, symbolizing one of the factions. When all the represented door can be opened. Okay, so it was air, fire, demons, aboleth, right? So that would probably be where the 2 unique items that we have here go. This. And this. And fire and air. It suddenly disappears, pedestal begins to glow. Cool. Air. Do I have a fire summoning stick? Did I get one somewhere? I didn't. I just picked up a wand of fire in here, but I don't think that's it. It is. Okay. Cool. I'll take it. Looking beyond the passage, you see it leads to a passage. Or looking beyond the door, you see it leads to a passage that's completely submerged in water. To continue, you'll need to hold your breath, hope you can last till you find a way up again to a section of the stronghold that is not beneath the water. Some might be able to transform to a form that does not need to breathe. I cannot. But that is cool to know, though. You'll be underwater. This will penalize your movement speed, dexterity, and attack bonus, prevent the use of missile weapons, certainly make spells using fire ineffective. You'll start drowning if you stay underwater too long. You can expect to last 1 minute and 30 seconds plus 20 seconds. Each constitution bonus. Henchmen may also be affected. Okay. Go through and enter underwater passage. I'll loot on my way through. Let's just strength that over. Yeah, if I were not strong enough to move that, we'd be okay. That's a lot. Oh boy, that's a lot. I think I'll probably kill all of them, but I'm gonna have to do it from a vantage point. And one at a time, definitely. Yeah, I think up here works better. They're worth a lot of XP. That's over 1,000 down there. Okay. So Schnella, come on up. Cool. Azoophun stronghold 4th layer. Alright, well we're not going to go in there yet. We're going to go kill those things. All of my buffs are still active, right? Yeah, they're not up top because I just went into a weird section. Right, you stay here. Well, actually, okay. I just needed to get rid of my invisibility. Here we go. Some shark, come on out. Now attack it. Yeah, they're not subject to the same weaknesses at all. I have enough dex, I can take a dex weakness without losing any armor class or anything. Although it looks like my attack in general, yeah, my attack's 1 point lower. And I just don't seem to be doing so hot. Yeah, we can definitely do that. It's annoying, frankly, if I were the Watchers. I would skip to the end of me killing these things. Because I would have no interest in watching this. I barely have an interest in doing it. Okay, it's gonna be tricky getting them from this side. This'll work. He can way outrun me. Ouch. There we go. I said before, Azoophun set up some real solid defenses. Like, this guy is definitely more determined to succeed in this job than almost anyone we've faced yet. He's at 4 levels to his dungeon. And one little side across the lake thing that you had to go through. He has had... First of all, you need a certain key that only his servants carry, which fortunately we got a hold of when going through the Illithid place. He's got constructs, he's got mutated sharks, he's got very powerful followers of Blibdulku. However you pronounce its name. The Kuatoa shark god thing that gives them whips, monitors, and leviathans. And of course is worshipped by all of their other soldiers. Like you have a serious pile of dangerous Kuatoa as your servants. He's got a ton of servitors. And these mutant sharks and his constructs, of course. He's got powerful mages in his employ. He has actual solid traps and puzzles and things that you gotta get through to descend deeper. And then things like underwater sections. And archers with proper high ground. All of which you must go through. And then, of course, the green slimes. Now that he at least gave you a way around. Because I don't think it matters who you are. There's no way you can control slimes. So you need to have a way around them. It's a nightmare to port more of them in. You're not going to get them to not attack your people as they go through unless you have some kind of strange pact with Juoblex. Which you won't, because he doesn't really make pacts or deals with anyone. I don't know, just that this thing so far, it makes sense that of all the creatures that would really think that far ahead, an aboleth would be at the top of the list, given that they have that genetic memory thing that lets them remember all the past times they've been assailed. They'd know what works and what doesn't, they'd know what strategies are most often employed and how to counteract them. Whoa. Alright, we're getting there. I think there's only 2 left, maybe 3. We've really been carving them up. You know, it must be an actual nightmare to go through this game as not a martial class. Like this particular area, for example, it seems like it'd be extremely difficult to make it through as a mage. I guess you do the same thing I'm doing, just with spells. Like, draw them out, take them down as they're busy attacking a servant of yours. And if I could summon Elder Elementals several times a day, that would definitely make things easier. Because they'd be the really, really powerful Elder Elementals. I don't know, I just feel like it'd be real difficult. I'm curious to try it, to just play a straight mage all the way through. See what I can do with that. Why is her constitution at 8? Why is everything of hers at 8? What is this? Huh. Must have been because she's starting to drown. Okay, do we only have 1 left? 2, at least. getting me now. But it's actually having trouble getting me. Now it isn't. It got the target concealed message like 7 times in a row. Now the computer knows how it feels. Well, I'm thinking killing Azoophun should definitely level me up. I'm only a couple thousand away. Which in regular NWNEE terms is like an entire chapter of a game. But in Swordflight is like 1/8 of an adventure. Just the simple fact that these things are worth so much XP. Alright, sharks are all dead. Well, if anyone else decides to come through here, that place will be much safer. Creature appears to be a Swordflight, now coated in the greenish slime. Great. He has a lot of bonuses. Mostly covered in the slime that marks the mind-controlled slaves of the Aboleth, the creature is still recognizable as a gnome, appears to recognize Schnell and addresses her. I rejoice you still live, now you can join me in service to the great Azoophun embrace the glorious transformation. So you were captured by the Aboleth, and have fallen under the monster's mind control. Try to fight against it. Don't know if there's any way to remove the slime, but I shall certainly try. There's no way to do that. I serve Azoophun now and forever. If you will not submit, you must die. This is a sad day. I think it would have been easier to find you dead. Azoophun cannot be resisted. His embrace cannot be removed. I shall reveal his power to you. Monitor. They have a monitor. And, of course, just your regular assortment of troops. Okay. Yeah, no, the monitor's out here. He's got a real good armor class, too. Okay. Got it. So we're gonna have to kill him separate from them.
You are welcome.
Cast a spell, improved invisibility on me. Cast a spell, improved invisibility on yourself. And then chill. Make sure you only follow me. Follow me, Schnella. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Just keep following, keep following. We will take him over here ourselves. Is he gonna focus hard on me? He's got the monitor mindset. Oh, he's got like a +5 weapon. He's going right through that. Can you attack her real quick? I don't think I'm gonna have to outfight him. Which is extra frustrating, because he has an absurd armor class. As they always do. And he's definitely got blind fight. If I can get him low enough, he might try to drink a potion of heal. Because I'm just assuming he's got at least one. Everything that's actually dangerous nowadays does. He's regenerating. If he does, I might be able to back off and get him to attack her while he heals. Whoop. Swordflight gnome, first mind controlled, now further altered to be an undead servant. Kill him. It looks like he got even stronger, but his armor class is weaker. I think. I doubt it'll be low enough for me to actually land a knockdown, so I'm not really gonna try. But it looks like it is easier to hit him now than it was before. Alright, well, I guess that's all this Swordflight accounted for, then. Drow got 1, Mind Flayers got 3, one of which we set free. We saved one that was captured by the Beholders, and found and ended the existence of one that was captured by an Aboleth. Okay. She's wearing Smurf boots plus 4, as are you. Cool. Well, that was frustrating, but at least it's dead. Now we just have the monitor to worry about. The rest of these guys, I'm confident we can handle. After all, we've killed them before. Oh, great. Interesting that it was unidentified. Okay, let's back off. Thought I picked up more restoration somewhere, but I guess not. Okay. Let's throw up... Oh right, True Scene's still not active. Okay, I can get this warrior to come out alone. I think I might have a tricky time getting those sharpshooters out. Okay. Oh. Okay, you stay there for a second. come on. Okay, now turn and fight. Whoa! Where are you going? Oh! I did not expect that to work. That was a total accident. Did I roll a 20 with that? Attempts knockdown, hit with a 14, and it worked. I'll take it. Somehow I hit with a 14. Ignore him, kill you. Okay. Made some nice progress. I did not find a key before. Yeah, so this is just a barricade. I wonder if this means... Well, no, you can't really get to the aboleth without going through that Swerfneblin. He has True Seeing, and he will not just let you walk by. Wondering if... Because normally a creature like that would have a key on him, so like it's supposed to be a necessary mini-boss fight, essentially. Okay, this one's tricky. I remember this. Corridors regularly hit by lightning and whatnot. You just have to time it. Yeah, there's not many of those, but there's a couple. Right, except this one has a locked door at the end of it. I think before I actually get too far in here, I may have to rest again. Or not rest, but use my rune of reinvigoration. I imagine that thing has a lot of health, so this is going to take a while. But I'm not going to go stand in that while I shoot it. Oh, it's gone. Cool. Okay. Place up here is pretty clear. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I have more than just these. Here we go. That's a tough box. Chamber of the Master, do not enter without permission. Okay. So this is Azoophun. I'm going to save over my backup. Because simply put, I'm going to be quick saving throughout this fight, but you want to back up beforehand. Also, I am going to use... No, I'm not. Okay. Not yet. Here's the way this fight goes. Because I've been through it, and I remember it vividly because it was rough. And it is very difficult, or at least can be. Azoophun is in a big open chamber. He has 4 teleport points. Each of those points starts at small timing intervals, teleporting in warhorrors, aboleth servitors, and kuatoa of every variety. And maybe sharks, but I don't think sharks are involved in that. Basically, he has an army that keeps on spawning. Each one can support at least between 5 and 10 soldiers before they hit a limit, and if you kill them, they will just replace them, with no limit to how many they can replace. They'll keep coming as long as the aboleth is alive. Now, I'm going to go invisible in there, but the aboleth can see me. What I have to do is get to one of its crystals, preferably the red one, and take it out. But the thing is, given the random nature of what can show up, if I get a monitor or a leviathan in a bad spot, and both of those can spawn, I'm dead. I'm a dead man, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. So, always have a backup. It's very easy to soft lock yourself here. I almost did with my paladin, because if you retreat, and Azoophun follows you into this hallway, he's freaking huge, and he will block it, and you can't get out. And he's invincible as long as he has those crystals up. And he regenerates. You can hurt him with divine magic, I think, or divine damage, but nothing deals enough divine damage to actually kill him. He's got a lot of health, and he will regenerate it. So, yeah, always recommend giving a big backup save before this happens. Now, each of the crystals is behind a hallway that's got several locked and trapped doors with war horrors between the entrance to the crystal and the entrance to the hallway. So basically, you have to fight your way to each of the crystals, depending on how many you're going for. I don't know which one's the red one. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But hopefully I can just evade the Azoophun until I'm ready to actually deal with him. So let's start this thing off. Going to use a Mind Blink. Throw up a Freedom. Both of these. And this. Alright. There he is. Oh, and elementals, that's right. What am I looking at here? Okay, glowing blue lights surround it. Glowing red lights. He cannot fit into these doorways, so if I can get one open, I can get away from him. He's busy casting magic right now. There's gonna be war horrors in here, I know. Just throw that up, kill this thing. I just gotta kill him fast before he brings in an army that I cannot defeat. It says they're red lights, they're really orange lights. Let's break this thing. Alright. Now he's vulnerable to slashing and fire, so I can start lighting him up. Here's to hoping he doesn't have something super powerful waiting on the other end. Oh, he's got a fire shield up. That's what's hurting. Okay. Backing off. I gotta cut down his support numbers. He was busy casting for most of that, I think, and I don't believe he has any actual healing capabilities aside from his regeneration. Which, while it'll work over time, I don't think is fast enough to just fix a problem like the pain I just put him through. Not what I meant to click. There we go. Okay, let's get back in there. More servitors. Okay, I think his fire shield is gone. Got him. Alright. That's awesome. Okay, that went pretty smoothly, all things considered. He didn't get in any actual Kuatoans, just a bunch of servitors, which, oh man, they can hit much harder than you'd think. They're nowhere near as bad as even a Kuatoa warrior. That was like almost best case scenario kind of stuff. Alright, let's throw up a bunch of healing. Let's see what else is in here. I can clear out what's left. I'm going to destroy all the crystals because you get XP for each and they're all guarded. Okay, that's a key that'll allow me deeper in. What kind of Kuatoa are we looking at? Kuatoa warrior? I think that's it. Nothing on this summoning spot. Weird. Oh boy, that's a pile. I knew I would level up in here somewhere. think this one's been going on pretty long, but I want to try to finish out Azoophun's entire quest here. Now that he's dead, we don't have a whole lot left. I just gotta mop up some of these cronies, and then do whatever resolution we have. Go up as a barbarian. Everything into intimidate. On new greater rage, uncanny dodge 5. +4 bonus, obtains his dex bonus to AC if caught flat-footed. Okay, so probably just a slightly better bonus against traps or something. So you get brought in mostly servitors. I'm assuming there's a statistically higher chance it gets them more than anything else. When my first run with the Paladin, I had to reload from the whole beginning of my entire time playing that day. Like all the way back to my original save, which was several hours before, because all that it summoned, like it summoned a huge pile of truly nasty enemies. Okay, I'll let them shred Fira. Hey guys. Really? All of them? Alright, got all the servitors and water elementals? Good. Just leaves the war horrors. Ouch. Somehow they're only worth 60 now. Oh, I leveled up, right. Despite still taking my entire health bar to put them down, they're worth almost nothing. cool if you were a mage. When you got to this spot, you could start harnessing power from these things yourself. I really sometimes like the idea of leaning into like the demented mage experiments of how they can become almost gods through their crazy work. I personally would never do anything like that, even if that were possible. But the idea of playing characters like that is always fascinating. It's not possible, so fortunately it's not something I ever have to worry about. But where I'd be more worried about other people doing that than me. Generally the methods to do those kinds of things and consequences of doing them are dire for everyone. I think one of the first mistakes I made with my paladin, if I remember right, was I tried to destroy all of the crystals. Like run around, take them all out first. Which was really rough because he had soldiers everywhere and you have to get through those doors. But also because they just kept showing up. There were just so many of them, and I barely managed to draw out and kill a couple. And then he kept bringing more in, and I didn't use Schnella very well because I didn't, I had never thought about that don't do the spellcasting thing. See, I was never a huge fan of companions, but even when I did take them, it was only like the martial ones, pretty much. In Hordes of the Underdark, I would take Valen and Nethera. I didn't mind them. But Valen is pretty much pure martial, and Nethera was there for no reason at all. Because I didn't really take advantage of anything. Sometimes she'd use her sneak attacks, and that'd be handy, but her magic was almost non-existent. Because she'd do that whole go invisible and do nothing thing. So I never really thought about or needed it either, because in base Neverwinter Nights, you alone are so much more than capable of dealing with every threat that you possibly come across, except for a couple of really unbalanced encounters every now and then. But those are pretty few and far between, and by the time you hit like Horde of the Underdark, completely gone. Even when you do need help, it's not in the form of usually actual martial help, it's someone keeping something busy while you kill it. And so Schnella was pretty useless the entire time we were fighting out here in my Paladin game. I'm still not sure how I managed to win. Hello, Zarella. Finally got here, took you long enough. Perhaps I should think about finding a better companion. Just joking. I'm actually amazed and grateful you managed to get here. Guess Azoophun's dead. Oh, that unnatural monstrosity's been dealt with. My experiences with it weren't exactly pleasant. It didn't see me as anything but a tool. Perhaps that was just as well, since it had no interest in hurting me, except incidentally to various magical experiments it was conducting. What it finally did, somehow using me and the sword as a key to opening some sort of dimensional transference, was uncomfortable. You might have something to do with it when that stopped not long ago. It's over now. Guess it comes down to all these prophecies surrounding me. Azoophun actually did become more powerful, as some prophecy apparently said, but it didn't work out as well as it might be expected. From the Aboleth's point of view, probably just as well. Now that the creature is dead, I regret not learning more. Azoophun knew a lot about Azkulkar and the sword, things we need to learn more about ourselves. Not that it was going to share much of what it knew with me, but a few details slipped out, nothing all that useful. Might be able to still learn something from what it left behind. Such an entity would certainly have some valuable magic. Let's look around. Agreed. She doesn't really have anything different. Right, still has her loot on her, which I entirely forgot about. Can I get Schnella? Okay, I'm just gonna reload here. I don't know if those cascading nonsense things before are gone now, but I'd rather not deal with it, and I just want Schnella here now. Okay. The Boulder Brand, and an Orb of Zerxkatun. I'll take it. Paper lies on the table seems to be correspondence addressed to the aboleth. The twisted rune is not yet determined whether the Tanari Azgulkar should be considered a tool to be made to serve our interests or a disruption that should be quashed. Should we determine he constitutes the latter, your offer of alliance against the Tanari would be of interest. It would allow for more efficient elimination, requiring fewer of our own resources. We understand you expect to soon become vastly more powerful. You have the potential to be a useful ally. Your claims we'd be unable to face Azgulkar without your aid, or that you yourself might be a threat to us, are of course ridiculous. It's simply a matter of determining which alliance is most useful to us. As such, we cannot agree to the compensation you demand. If a more reasonable proposal is forthcoming, it may be considered. Twisted Rune is concerned about Azgulkar gaining its freedom. Don't know much about that organization, but like everyone in Calnaport, I've long heard rumors about its machinations. Azgulkar emerging would affect their plans one way or another. I wonder if they actually do have enough power to oppose him, but this letter is just bluff. Pretty sure it's the latter. Sakar thought Azgulkar a credible threat to everything. And the Rune Lich we thought was eager to get you in the sword, implying Azgulkar would be a problem without it, not to mention the prophecies. We're supposedly up to me to stop the demon, which has happened. That aboleth seems like a warning not to put too much trust in prophecies like this. Hope my role in this works out better than that creature's did. Seems like we may have actually helped Azgulkar by killing it. Weren't given too much choice, that's fair. Stupid twisted rune. Various books and papers are scattered about, most of them written in languages rarely used. Nope. Could have used a potion of lore. Truthfully, doesn't matter that much to me. Various unusual magical reagents have been laid out on the table, along with a variety of containers and notes by the aboleth and various Kuatoa mages. Some are written in modern languages, from which you read it appears they were consulting on means by which the Sword of Azoophun might be reconstructed. No firm conclusions were reached, some magical objects were assembled that they suspect might be relevant to the project. This might be of value. I'll gather up some of these magical odds and ends in case they prove useful. The notes aren't too helpful since they don't really get anywhere. It looks like we still need to head to Candlekeep. Magical lore. Whoop. Book of Curses. Various powerful magic, including a new Summon 9. Ooh, awesome. That's some good loot. So there must have been another lair in Xerxkatun somewhere that that his people got to before we did. Given that he already had an orb. Not sure which one it would be. Probably in a whole different location, because we got all the ones that were near us. Okay, that raining did not stop when Azoophun died, which I feel like it should. A lot of stuff to store. Well, let's just drink these now. Okay, so now we've got this lever. This is the orb absorber. Sweet. About all of them? Looks like it. Spherical object was meant to be placed here. Xerxkatan orb absorber is inscribed on it. Well, it's nice of them to make it convenient. Let's pull the lever. 24,000 experience. I am almost leveled up again. Also, let me see here. I have a lot of garbage in my inventory. Okay, I'll take that. And this. That's the reagents. You're good with the rest. Alright, and there was one more lever right here. There's our portal. Ah, we're back at the entrance. Epic. Okay, let's see if we can make it back to the market safely then. That was quite an endeavor. We killed a lot of stuff. And that finishes up those two main quests, the Beholder Brand and the Swordflight. We still have the Hidden Stronghold, and then there's another side quest for the Grey Watcher, but you have to succeed on one of those checks to actually get it, which I think I'm going to be able to do. I don't know about right now exactly, but you can also try it as many times as you want, as long as you have a sufficiently high one, which I think, with this equipped, I have a higher Intimidate than I did with my Paladin, and my Paladin was able to get that quest. It's some kind of planar travel thing. I don't remember all the details. You have to, like, retrieve an item from another plane. I believe it's a hell. There's probably a Baylor involved. It's a bad, really, really unpleasant ordeal, just like every travel to the Hells or the Abyss is. But it's a quest. Alright. I'm going to deliver the information and Beholder Brand to the people here, and then try to see if I can get that side quest. Here's the piece of the brand. Eager to see the artifact reforged, and we're one step closer to that. I'll take that off your hands. Please let me give you a little gold as a bonus. The real reward will be provided you the means out of here. I now have all three pieces. You have accomplished my task. In return, I can provide you a way out of the Underdark as promised. This will involve traversing the plains. I'll initially transport you to a fortress in Baator. You make your way through it. You'll find a portal to another realm containing a forest filled with strange beasts. At the end of the forest, you can reach a portal to a fortress in the Celestial Realm. Within this fortress, you can find a portal that will return you to the Prime in a cave just below the surface on the north side of the mountains known as Cloud Peaks. You can easily go from there. From thence, travel to any point on the surface. Can transport you anytime you're ready, but you may wish to prepare yourself first. This route might be very dangerous. Inhabitants of all the realms you'll go through are powerful, and he might attack you. Whoop. Oh, whoop. I was trying to persuade him, and I didn't even think about it. Okay, I figured. I'll have to consider. Yeah, so that's the plane or the route I've taken, whoa, both of the other times that I've played through here, but it's not the one I plan to take this time. Right. I have some news about the missings for Fneblin. Countered Zeblip, Ironfoot. He'd been transformed to mind-controlled slave. We had to kill him. You've now rescued or discovered the fate of all 6. Here's what I promised to return a map. You'll note it highlights a system of tunnels that are take one of the surface at a point north of the mountains known as the Cloud Peaks. You should be able to leave the Underdark as you desire. Must warn you, I've never actually traversed the route myself, so I don't know what dangers you might encounter. There are likely to be some. That will be true down here regardless of where you go, however, so it should offer you good hope of reaching whatever your ultimate destination is. This is the route I plan to take this time. Because it's the one I did not take the other 2 times. A natural route. I went through the plains. Of course, as a paladin, and then a very, very evil guy. I figure it kind of makes sense. Alright, let's see if I can get this now. Intimidate. No. Really? Well, this is with +4, +7, so that's 11 on top of...
Yes. Is that
Ooh. There we go. I've taken a bit longer to consider you. I think you may be more powerful than I first thought. If you want the quest, I'll give it to you. We should recover an item stolen from me. Small golden urn. I'll pay you 25,000 gold for its return. Who stole it? Where can they be found? That's where things become less straightforward and call for the services of a truly powerful barbarian. It was stolen by Tanari, sometimes called demons. To recover my property, you'll need to enter the abyss. I know the location of a portal. It'll take you where you must go. Head east from the market till you come to a large cavern. Crossroad. Here, among other things, you'll find a cave that leads upwards. Go up to these higher caves, and the first you come to that level, you'll find an inactive portal. There's a pedestal nearby. If you place a rogue stone on it, the portal will activate for a brief time. This will consume the stone. You'll need another to return, so here are 2 rogue stones. Do not waste them. Once you've gone through the portal, you should find a fortress nearby. The urn should be found somewhere within. You must have to explore a bit to locate it. And expect regular attacks from powerful Tanari. Alright. So, yeah, I was right. Hey, rogue stones, that is where they go. With that portal thingy. Alright. So that'll probably be the 3rd thing that I do. Or the thing that I do after the hidden stronghold. That's our next goal. I plan to take the nature route at the end of the day. As far as the planar one goes, you go to a fortress in Baator, fight your way through it. Unless you're evil aligned, then you can commune with the demons, and they'll give you a job to kill a diva in the celestial realm. Which, by the way, is a nightmare among nightmares. That diva's a powerhouse. Once you're done with that, or if you are good aligned, or neutral, I think. I don't know, I haven't played through with a neutral person. Then you can fight the demons. When you get to the celestial ones, they'll give you a job of going back to the evil one, finding the Kornyagon or whatever he has. I don't think it's a pit fiend that's in charge, and kill it. And then they give you a reward for it. I don't remember all the specifics, but it's a lot of good and evil planar line stuff. And then there's some natural portion in between with like Krenshars or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And weird baskets that you have to like nature magic the vines off of. It's odd. Eventually I'll have to do it with the druid just to see what the nature stuff is. But I've not taken the like just cave path, so that's what I'm going to be doing this playthrough. But we've got at least 2 more episodes of major side quests left. So next one we'll be picking up at the edges of the Underdark, prepared to go out to the hidden stronghold. For now, that is all. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.